Though I don't think he's on the laptop. So.
Hello.
Hello.
Been there, done that.
Damn.
Wait,
I
does
could've
this
told you
mean
that.
that you're okay. Just for you, wholesale.
Before resting for the night,
Fucking
our
deal with it.
soon-to-be heroes are faced with a diabolical dilemma. Who's bunking with whom? Israel and Muffinita end up in
Are
the
you
same
doing
room as
that?
the emissary, while Alvaral and
I
Demarius
just
take the
pasted
other
half of
room.
the first paragraph
If
of the
you can
recap
even
as my
call them
subscriber
rooms.
message.
No real
his,
doors, and a
speech is
couple of
gonna read all
hammocks
of it.
makes for a pretty sorry excuse for an inn. Someone should really file a complaint.
Where is our fourth?
If it makes you feel better, I write off family stuff all the time so I can play stuff with you guys on Sundays. I am. Also, I don't.
Super Catboy's on sale.
That's. I mean, I'm curious now. Going to the store. Cat.
Action-packed platform created in a high-bit pixel art style. Combine the best elements of the golden 16-bit platform era of the 90s with some awesome new mechanics.
Just say possum new mechanics.
Fuck yeah,
Yes.
he did, because this shit's punny as hell.
And let's not forget there's plenty of cat content. Oh, thanks, wholesale. I implied. Wild. Wild.
Let me just do that. Look at that. Now it works. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Van, did you remember to level 4?
You can't take it back. I'm leveling up now.
I can't.
Well, this accelerates my timeline. Level 4, here we go.
Oh, he didn't say you.
Yeah. I only
the
said
only
one
one
name
that's
in that.
But if Van leveled up, I want to level up too.
You cannot.
Mm.
It's not allowed. I know
Levi.
why you want to level, and I'm going to put it off as long as possible.
Wow, what the fuck?
Jesus.
Rude.
I am so sorry, Muffins. I don't know why I'm kicking you today.
I know, like, what the hell?
You don't? You don't know why?
I don't know why. I mean, there's plenty of reasons why I should, but those are not the reasons why.
Is it because I didn't swallow?
You know what? Now it is. Spitters are quitters. Hi, Van. Did you
Van's
mess
just
up?
like, not even starting. Why do I have to put up with this bullshit?
Welcome to my fucking life.
Speaking of Stardew, are we going to do a big 8-person Stardew?
No.
fuck yeah.
Wow, that was a very fast no from Levi.
Levi and I are gonna go have a sensible farm while you chuckle fucks go throw coke around or whatever it is you want to do.
First
Like-
off, we don't throw coke around. We snort that shit because no one wants to waste good coke, especially not Haley.
No, Haley will fucking rage at anyone who throws some cocaine around.
That'd actually be pretty funny. If, fucking just split farms, have one pair on Ginger Island, have one pair on the mainland.
I wonder.
I would specifically stand outside of Haley's door and just pour it out of a bag onto the ground.
Oh, Haley, my little
It's
cocoa.
gonna look like winter every day in front of her. In front of her. Gonna make a snowman out of it.
You say that as though she won't just turn into like a fucking Hoover with her face planted in the ground, snorting that off.
Do Henry Hoover.
I assure you,
Exactly.
Haley is 100% a Hoover. In multiple ways.
Because she's full of trash?
Yes.
Oh, Levi. Guess who I'm meeting in 2 days?
I don't know.
K-Hunt!
Oh, cool.
She in Toronto.
That is fun.
I'm excited.
I
Hell
get
yeah.
to meet Kith and Frisky in just a little over a week because their layover in Vegas is same time I am going to the airport in Vegas to leave Vegas. We're gonna high five. Crisp high fives. All around.
So yeah, the meetup that's been 10 years in the making.
Yeah, well, they sort of moved out into the middle of nowhere and became hermits, so.
Isn't that like everyone's dream? It's not my dream, but
Yeah, but then they get.
It's not. If it's not your dream, it can't have everybody's dream. Checkmate, atheists.
Damn. I'm so aggressive.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm still trying to process what just happened.
I got dunked on is what happened. Very aggressively. I mean, taking aggression from you muffins would make sense. I've been nothing but kind of Van today.
I don't know. I'm punchy this weekend.
I feel...
Maybe we'll actually get somewhere in our campaign then.
No, probably not. You guys are so
And we'll
paranoid
just
about everything.
Whip everyone.
You know
Yeah.
who else was punchy? Penny. Donkey punchy. Ayo.
Uh,
3 out of 10.
Well, that's because you can't see me like shooting the finger guns into the roof.
Then it'd be a 2 out of 10.
finger guns is always a +1 unless it comes from muffins, then it's a -1.
What the fuck?
shooting your finger guns into the roof. That's not proper trigger discipline, there, soldier.
I don't give a fuck about no proper discipline.
I know.
Dial points. Pew 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 pew.
Take cover.
Except the cover is taking no cover.
Also, I will have you know, I have not been paranoid at all. I listened to the first plan and I was like, sounds good, let's do it. And then we spent 45 minutes thinking of 20 other plans that we did not use.
What is this?
Ah!
Our last session,
I can't remember.
we're trying to escort the emissary.
Oh yeah.
We had established a plan, and then 20 minutes later, for some reason, certain people decided to revisit and try and pitch other plans while we were in the town and be like, well, just, huh? Okay, though.
Oh, I stopped music. I need to put it back on.
Because we have a plan.
And several backups, I guess.
We sure do. What are you doing in here, psycho?
I forgot my V8s by the door. I had to go grab them real quick. This button? Why is it capturing that screen? Of all the screens,
Alias drive slow or something?
I'm fucking wondering right now. Slow as fuck.
He definitely doesn't look like someone who drives slow.
Oh fuck. God, you had me laughing so fucking hard. So, I sent Levi a selfie of Alias and I in the kitchen because we were hiding in the kitchen. And where's my phone? Where's my phone? So, I just took this picture, sent it to Levi, and Levi goes, "Wow, that's not what I imagined Alias looked like." So I read this out loud to Alias, and he's like, "What did he mean? What did he imagine I looked like?" And then Levi proceeds to say, "He looks way less neckbeardy than my headcanon." And I erupted in laughter as I'm reading this to Alias, and all I hear is from the other room, my grandma go, "Why is he laughing so loud?"
You also forgot the part where I said,
Tell him not to worry, it's
about
a good thing.
It's a good thing.
What do you think I look like?
I have seen from your Google account,
Fuck!
and every time I'm
Right.
like, that is not what I imagine Muffins looks like. And yet and every time I like try and listen to your voice, and I'm like, it doesn't add up in my head.
I mean, to be fair, that's a picture of me dressed like a croquet player, drinking milk from a martini glass. I don't look like that normally.
Is that what your picture is? I literally forget everything about you other than Muffins. Like the moment I stop looking at your name or your face, immediately I forget immediately.
It seems you are not the only one with issues.
Yeah, I had to go into my OBS and reactivate settings, and I had to go into Discord and reactivate settings, and yeah, I had to. Yeah, my OBS mixer had to be adjusted. While my computer was on, because I passed out on my couch.
Wait, do I have a bow tie in that picture? I do have a bow tie in that picture.
Oh god.
That's a very old picture.
Why am I getting two of you?
Two of me?
Okay. No, it was two of everyone. Hi, Brandy. Thank you. Things apparently fucked, so.
Yes. Also, Bessie, get the extension that automatically collects channel points for you. It's an extension. Don't I have to put that in my hair?
Now you put plugs in your hair.
No, I just put plugs in my ass.
What?
Well, that explains why you have such a hairy asshole.
smacked my mic and it fucking broke.
Why would you do that? That's a silly thing to do.
It was a silly thing to do. My boom arm and my mic is so janky. I like breathe on it wrong and it goes limp. Kind of like my penis. Anyway, look, Mama-san. Look. Doc. And Chunk. Energy.
How long does it normally take for him to get home from your place?
He's having some issues. Alias, I just got his phone with him. He said for us to get started. And he'll just sneak in.
You know, his goblin character makes a whole lot more sense now.
That was really fun to watch.
All right, let's do the recap then.
Recap! Muffins.
Oh, yeah, right. Session 9. The Great Airport Mystery. Actually, before I get started, have you guys, like, figured out what the title's going on there is?
No.
Alright, cool. Just checking. Before resting for the night, our soon-to-be heroes are faced with a diabolical dilemma. Who's bunking with whom? Israel and Mafnia end up in the same room as the emissary, while Alvaro and Demirius take the other room. If you can even call them rooms. No real doors, and a couple of hammocks makes for a pretty sorry excuse for an inn. Someone should really file a complaint. During the night, Muffinita is woken up by the sound of footsteps approaching. Sneaking to the curtain that serves as a door, she peers out and spots an orc with a club. She yells to wake up the others while arming herself. Alvaro gets up from their trance, steps into the hall, and asks the orc what's up. This somehow enrages the orc, which leads me to believe that the phrase "what's up" can easily be mistaken for an insult in Orcish. As the orc charges Alvaro, the distant twang of a bowstring can be heard to their left. Shortly thereafter, an arrow lodges itself in the orc's side, pinning the sorry excuse for a door to them. A few steps later, the unexpected pullback of the curtain causes the orc to stumble, and they trip and fall. Unfortunately, they fall directly onto their club in a fluke impalement accident. They can be heard faintly requesting ice cream as they fade. Remember, kids, don't run with weapons. Do drugs instead. Alvaro gets closer to the hallway entrance and calls out to the group what they're up against. Then they successfully cast a hex, and it actually takes effect! Congratulations, Van! It only took until session 9! Wahoo! Muffinita shoots an arrow between Alvaro's legs and hits another orc for a very tiny amount of damage. Demirius goes full Rambo and charges in, quite literally cracking some skulls. Demirius steps up to the plate. He points to the outfield with his staff, riling up the fans, lines up and swings! Crack! This zombie orc head is out of there! Oh. Shit. The formatting didn't paste through on Discord wholesale. That zombie is supposed to be actually with strike through because I copied and pasted that from session 1. Recap. Anyhow. The bases are loaded. It's a grand slam. The dragons are taking home the pennant. The last orc sees this and decides they're better off being anywhere that is not here. Alvarol has another successful staring contest. They're on a roll, allowing Muffinita to sneak into the main room and fire a shot at the tiefling. Arrow meet face, body meet floor. The battle is over! Our soon-to-be heroes take some time to check on the emissary, while also ensuring that they did not just murder an innocent bystander. While they assess the scene and acquire some extra spending money from an orc... While they assess the scene and acquire some extra spending money, an orc from the town watch comes in to see what the fuss is about. He decides nothing of concern has taken place and happily leaves, which is probably for the best because it's at this time that Israel decides to pry off the impaled orc's lower jaw and newly attached club. He then launches into a 5-minute monologue about the pacifist's right to protect themselves while defleshing the jawbone. This somehow convinces the emissary to take a dagger. Demarius attempts to provide some level of comfort and reassurance to the emissary. The group pays off the tavern owner and heads to the general store, which they now totally are the 100% legitimate owners of due to the laws of self-defense and corpse looting. It is at this point that the game was mostly derailed due to some nonsense about how much lamp oil weighs and in what units it's sold in. If I'm completely honest, I wasn't really paying much attention here because a coworker was texting me to book them a parking spot for the next day in preparation for a career fair. The group eventually does get back on track and departs the town to make way to the Troll Toll farm where they've been previously informed they can hire a riverboat. Once there, Israel, ever the master of bartering, manages to purchase a 30 gold boat for the low cost of 35 gold. Well, I say boat, but it's really more like a large, simplistic raft. The mast doesn't even have a lamp hook. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me. They somehow manage to drag the boat to the water and embark upon the gentle river currents. While drifting down the river, our soon-to-be heroes plot and scheme on how to throw off anyone attempting to follow them. Based on how they were ambushed at sea, it would stand to reason that the robed figure, or at least whoever they potentially work for, would still be looking for the emissary. Alvarol comes up with an ingenious plan involving the statuification of some horses once they get to the next town. The remainder of the day is uneventful, but oh my, what a night they are about to have. Early into Demarius' watch, he feels some bumps under the raft, bumps with increasing frequency and strength, unnatural bumps. The kind of bumps that started the saying, bumps in the night. Bumps so large that if you were doing cocaine, you'd be ODing. Bumps of such a sufficient size that if it were on... Sorry, got a bit carried away there. So the raft was getting bumped, and Demarius woke up the others. And it's a good thing too, because on the next bump, he lost his footing and fell into the water. Good thing he didn't forget how to swim. The bloodthirsty seals attacked Demarius as he climbed back onto the raft. The rest of the group took shots at the sharks, trying to keep them back. But these oversized shrimp were persistent. It's at this point that Demarius decided to set the raft on fire. But just pretend fire, not the real hot, burny stuff. The sudden, overwhelmingly bright beacon of radiant awesome dazed the attacking narwhals, causing them to drift away a little before they regained their senses and devoured one of their own. The battle is over! The group floats down the river in a calmish manner once again, and resume their sleep and watch schedule. Alvarol's watch is interrupted by a lone bump. A bump of a decent size, one that would suggest not a rock, but instead once again a deliberate bumping of the raft. We're talking a bump with a decent jostle to it, though it didn't wake up any of the others. It could almost be considered a pleasant bump if it were not for the fact that the raft was of questionable craftsmanship. Alright, enough about the bump. Alvaro sticks their dagger into the water, and the walrus manages to stab itself. They then throw a handkerchief with some blood on it into the water behind the raft, and watch as the otter attacks it instead. The battle is over! The rest of the night goes by without event, and the next day our soon-to-be heroes arrive in the river town.
You stun me every time with your recaps.
I honestly, halfway through one of those paragraphs, I kind of got angry at myself for just putting 3 paragraphs of fluff for no reason, just for the sake of fluff. Sorry, not paragraphs, 3 sentences.
Our heroes arrive in their river town. You do plan on stopping at the docks or before the town? Just outside the town? What is your plan?
No. We're going to the town. We're going to go buy 2 horses.
Yes.
We're going to be we're doing that plan, and then just
I'm asking where you're
leaving,
docking. Are you
We're-
going to stop right outside of town, or are you going to stop at the docks in town?
I thought we did stop.
We already did.
Oh, did you?
We paid the guy. We already bought the horses.
Yeah.
Sorry, the recap had nothing to do with paying the guy or buying the horses.
Yeah, because I clearly didn't take the last couple notes due to that 45 fucking minute distraction conversation.
All right. You bought the horses. What do you do next? Who went to go get the horses? Was it
I think we split the party in two, right?
I believe so.
And it would have been myself and Israel on the raft. And then I think y'all took the emissary with you, right?
What?
To go get the horses?
Yeah, I think that makes sense because Alvaro was going to turn them into little stone statues.
Yeah.
All right. So
Magic.
Avril and Demarius, you have now purchased the horses, which fair market rate. They look a little malnourished, but not horrible. What is involved with turning them into statues, Avril?
So this is a spell that I have.
I remember you showed it to me. I think.
Yeah, it's in the private. It is a show called Carry Companion. Or sorry, the show. It's a spell called Carry Companion.
So you are a bard.
In all ways but physical. Essentially, I can only do, since it's a second level spell, I can only do 2 of these a day. So I'm going to use both castings today of my second level spell slot to kind of just... If I recall how I described it last time, you kind of just... Alvaril walks up, starts petting the horse, soothing it, and kind of as that process goes, the horse gets smaller and smaller and smaller until at a point it becomes a little diminutive statue that you can just stick in your pocket.
All right. Both horses are tame and willing, and what's little problem? Your horses turn into little statues, almost like a rook. Night.
Nice. Yeah, I knew what you meant.
So
That was-
the 3 of you did this just outside the stable area? If I remember your plan, walk it a little bit
Yeah.
away, then turn them.
Yeah. Exactly. We were gonna be like out of sight.
Yep. And then back to the raft, or what do you do?
Back to the raft. I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we can get the fuck out of here.
You come back to the raft. Muffinita and Israel are still on the raft, waiting patiently, and there you go. Back onto the waters you go. Anyone who wishes to roll a survival check can do so to find out how long it will approximately take you to get either to town or where your initial plan of getting off the river.
Well, I have no clue. Sometime this year, guys.
Survival? Yeah, I got nothing. I got a 1. Like, I don't know. That's going to be
All right, so Demirius, you know, to get to the end point with no stops will take about 3.5 days.
Goddamn. Of straight sailing.
Just with an account of stopping for the night if you choose to. Probably closer
Okay.
to
So
3-ish days if you just stay on the water the whole time.
gotcha. Okay. And based on what happened the last time we sailed through the night, I think it would be best if we stopped in the evenings and set up camp.
Yeah, I out of handkerchiefs to throw.
All right. Who's going to steer the ship? No, ride checks or anything are necessary, but someone will have to actively steer the ship.
Wait, there's a
Or-
rudder on this thing?
Yeah, I said there was
Yeah.
a rudder.
I missed that part.
I mean, it's crude, but it's a
I
rudder.
thought we were just at the mercy of the current.
Nope, you have a rudder.
No.
And the sail, the rudder and the sail are probably the two nicest part of of your riverboat.
I can sail. That's fine.
And is anyone going to keep watch?
I'll keep watch.
All right. Give me a perception.
I won't keep watch.
I thought you had good perception.
No, I literally just rolled a 1.
Oh.
I do have good perception. It's just I literally rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, everyone would have seen this coming. All right.
Oh wait, hold up. I imagine Israel would have been wanting to play in the crow's nest and watch as well. So, you should make a roll for them.
Fair enough.
Because they did say last time we were on the boat. Actually, the last couple times they've been on a boat, they wanted to climb up there a bunch.
Where?
So, I think it's in character.
Jesus Christ! This is
What?
stupid. Yep.
Jesus Christ, that is stupid.
It's ridiculously impressive. All right, you're floating along. Isn't it beautiful?
Rapids.
Is this going to be a case of like, Israel's like, I see something, and then a crossbow bolt like lodges into the mast or something, and then I'm just like Wraith, we're being targeted. But well after being shot at, because it's a useless passive. Is that too obscure?
Yes.
Do you remember Apex Legends, Levi? That game you played 2 years ago?
Yes.
All right, everyone,
That's what
put your mini on up. Or your
Oh, right.
On what? Oh,
raft.
I had to scroll down. I was like looking at the top half of the image, and I'm like, on what? It's water.
Get out and swim, bud.
That's not what I wanted.
For the purpose of my notes, how long after leaving the town is this?
Within the first few hours. All right. Now I'm going to put. As you're sailing along, Israel calls out from the top of his perch, spotting a couple beetles, which Demirius and Avril now can see.
Beetles.
Yep. There's a couple beetles on the shores off to your left side there. And with your perceptions, everyone on the raft deck can roll a reflex, but Demirius and Avril, you can do it at advantage, as this closest beetle does a cone of acid.
What the fuck?
Sorry, you said reflex?
Reflex.
Okay. Have a 22.
Alright. Everyone made the check. And it would be... I'm going to put it on here. Everyone takes 5 damage.
Question.
Yes.
How does damage reduction work?
What is your damage reduction? Is it like 5
Yes.
for acid, lightning, whatever?
Yes.
You absorb the first 5 damage.
Cool.
So Demarius takes no damage.
Fuck yeah.
He's probably...
I'm like, ugh. Gross.
I take no damage.
Oh, uncanny dodge or whatever.
Correct.
Just evasion.
Oh yeah.
And now...
So Alvaro.
Wow.
Roll me initiative. If
Oh my god, we have to
well,
fight
if
these
you want to
things?
fight. If
Okay.
you don't wish to fight,
Do we have an anchor for this raft?
no, you don't. You would have to turn it to beach it.
Do you people want to fight this thing?
Sorry, I do take 5 damage. Disregard.
What is this thing even? It's just a beetle, right?
It's
Are
a
there
giant-
multiple beetles?
It's a roll me if you have nature trained. Roll me a knowledge nature.
Jesus Christ.
Avril, you know exactly what these are.
Points in the thing.
Because I get a 5. So for nature, I get a 5. I've got 5 because of my intelligence. I've put 2 ranks into nature, and I get 3 miscellaneous ranks for putting the first rank into a trained skill. So that's
Disgusting.
it's beautiful, is what it is. So what is this thing?
You know it to be a giant bombardier beetle. And here, let me just give this to you.
Okay.
Yeah, considering you rolled a fucking 30. Jesus.
You probably can figure out the lineage of this thing if you really wanted to at this point.
Oh, probably. Do these things normally travel in packs, or
It's called they are solitary, sometimes pairs, and if it gets big enough, it's called a cluster, and usually 3 to 6. So them being
not a
in a
school.
pair makes sense to you.
okay? So I look around for the other one.
It's about 5 feet behind the other one.
Okay. They'll either bite you or they'll do that spray thing again pretty frequently, like up to every is it 6 seconds around?
Yes.
Okay. About 2 a minute. So just prepare. Do we want to fight or we want to roll?
I mean, we're at the mercy of the boat, right?
Correct.
It is not propelled. You're right.
So would we not have to like? There's
We would have to beach it. So, gotta decide for soon. I don't really have range attacks, so
you don't, but I think most of us otherwise do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna be firing at them as we pass by, anyways. Yeah, like because we.
Okay.
But I don't think we beach it. I think we keep sailing on and like just defend ourselves. No.
Yeah.
I agree
Sure.
with that. In which case, then I'll give you an initiative roll.
Yeah, everyone just give me an initiative roll. Just
wow, 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 wow.
sorry, I gotta find Israel again. All right. Muffinita, what would you like to do?
I shoot at the one that did not spit acid at us.
That would be the one in the back.
That's the one.
You hit.
Should be 8 damage.
Not sneak attack.
They're flat-footed because they haven't taken attack yet.
Oh, fair enough. All right. It'll be Israel before Demarius. And I believe Israel has a crossbow bow. He does that to the front one. Demiris, what would you like to do?
Shit. I will cast guidance on Alvarel.
Oh, what does that do?
Gives you a extra D4 on your next attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
Oh wait, this is
Whichever
like
you
Baldur's
choose.
Gate.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Oh,
Averil,
it's not a D4. Sorry, it's not a D4. It's just a +1.
Okay.
speaking of Averil, if that's all you're doing, Demarius, it is his turn. Their turn.
I'm steering the boat.
Steering the boat.
Boat is being steered.
Avril, what do you wish to do? Got a couple beetles. One
yep.
spit acid at you.
Which one's? I'm gonna shoot the one that's already taken a hit by.
They
by
both have
Muffinita.
taken a hit.
Okay.
This one from Muffinita. This one from Israel.
Is there another Is there tokens for these beetles?
Yeah,
They're just
Right.
they're
dark.
tiny.
The dark.
Oh, they are really dark. Okay, I see them
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
In which case, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at that one with a crossbow. I don't think that's gonna do anything.
Nope, that does not hit.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to use both of my second level spell slots. I think that's like a 9 range. Oh, the 13 hit because I get a +1.
No.
All right, I think that's the end of my turn then.
All right.
Do you reload the crossbow?
Yeah, that's. Do I have to declare that?
Well, it's a move action.
No, well, I'm not moving, so
All right.
I will reload the crossbow.
That beetle moves up.
Wow.
The three of you roll another reflex.
Rude.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Man, I wish I had evasion.
All right.
Damn.
Nice crit.
Please. Please be nice.
I'll roll it. Here.
It's 2d6.
Yeah.
Damn. Oof.
Those who made the save, which is Demarius and Muffinita, you take 5 damage. Avril, you take 10.
I am at negative 3 points of health.
Holy shit.
And at this point, as Alvaro crumples, the other beetle can't do anything because they can't fly. You float past and out of range effortlessly.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna use a couple of my spells and cast Cure Light Wounds. It's like what, 1d8 plus 1?
Yes.
Well,
Avril, you wake up
Cool.
to Demir's shining face as he's touching you once more, and you feel the faint warmth and light out of his hands.
I'm going to take a moment and say, kind of like shake my head a little bit, kind of dust my hands off, kind of like I'm getting feeling back in my fingers. I hate when that happens.
those bugs were mean.
Avril, you would know that they're territorial.
Yeah,
And it's their mating season.
they were showing off on us.
Just our luck, huh? Just happens to be mating season for the things that we're fighting.
At least
I mean,
they didn't
it's
want to
not-
mount you.
It's not that surprising, you know? Like, and Alvaro starts to talk about, like, kind of what the wet and the dry season and what it causes.
Demir's eyes just kind of glaze over.
Avril doesn't notice, keeps going.
Yeah. Not my fault if they don't pay attention.
Demirius will just listen as he steers the boat.
All right. I will need a perception check from 2 separately or 1 at advantage.
Do you need more healing, Alvaro?
I'm at 8 out of 12. I'm fine.
Can we have?
You only have 12 health? Oh my god.
I am not meant to be in the front lines, but unfortunately, a boat only has like 5 spots for me to stand. I stay in the back for a reason.
On this boat, everything is the front line.
I know. There's no. I did the best I could.
What were you asking, Muffins?
Well, now hearing how much HP they have, I want one question.
Yes.
Can we get a Alvaro crumple counter?
Oh god.
How many times
I'm
is it?
surprised it's only hit 1 at this point.
Implied. Keep a tally of the Avril crumple counter.
And then my actual question was going to be, since Elise isn't here yet, do you want, instead of Israel doing perception at advantage,
It worked so great for you
perception as well?
last time. I'm all in. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I will roll, and then Israel can roll 1.
I just have to keep
This
opening
time,
it.
Muffinita decides to take a look out without standing immediately in front of the mast.
beautiful day. The sun's up and out. It's warm, but not too warm. It's not humid. It's like the perfect sunny weather. The type that a cat would like to bask in. There's a rumple in the leaves off to your right, but nothing shows. And the rest of the day goes without incident. Is there any conversations to be had?
Where can you point out on the river where we're at approximately, or is there a way to know that with a survival check?
You can give me a survival check.
Nope, that's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. I'm hiding from the river.
You'd probably be right about there. Give or take.
Okay. And what time of day is it? I apologize.
You're rolling into the evening. You
Okay.
probably have a couple hours left of daylight.
So I've probably been reading a book or something, but every once in a while I'll check in with the emissary, see how he's doing.
And he's surprisingly calm. He's confident in the party's abilities. And you've all handled yourself well, even if you debate for 45 minutes on certain topics. But for young adventurers, he expects it. He also tends to read in the downtime. He doesn't talk too much, unless spoken to.
Welcome.
Hello.
You shot a beetle and spotted the beetles.
I overheard. I was cheating on my way back. As I was going back, the guy in front of me had well, let's just say his carriage tire exploded.
Oh.
So I was helping him with my...
Wait, does that mean you heard us say all those bad things about you?
Yep.
Okay, good. So we don't have to repeat them. We're good, guys.
No, I want you to repeat them. I want you to repeat your shame.
Oh, now I need to make stuff up.
No, I gotta... So I can berate you on later.
Uh,
So I can see it.
Somebody called you poopy pants.
Wow, that's just untrue. I would know to pull my pants down. Regardless of where I'm at.
Truth hurts.
Alright, cool. I did actually poop my pants, and now I'm going to scoop it off, and I'm going to throw it bait.
Oh my god. Not
All right.
this.
If you are deciding to camp on the beach, now would be the time to start looking before it gets dark.
I would like to do such a thing.
I'm assuming we're at the last green marker.
Yes, give or take. And with the check with Muffinita and Israel, you find a good clearing.
There we go.
Huzzah!
Yay! A good clearing that isn't the next town.
Oh my gosh, it comes with a campfire.
Oh my gosh, he had this prepared for if we did stop versus if we didn't.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Your boy wants to make sure you guys have a good time. It looks like it's been camped in before. There's really not a whole lot of trails coming in and out of it. It looks like very much a spot where people running the rivers tend to stop at.
Let's make this motherfucking fire!
One survival check to
What?
Start a fire.
Fuck
Make
that,
camp,
I cast
basically.
Spark.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Is it called parking? Like, are we parking the raft? What would the term be? I'm drawing a blank.
Mooring.
Mooring.
Docking or mooring.
Beaching.
Parking.
Beaching.
Parking's good. I support parking. It's a car.
Anchoring? We're not anchoring though, because we don't have an anchor.
moor the raft?
Yeah, I mean, if you tie it off to something, that's mooring it.
Did
Is
we
it
tie
free
it off
parking?
to a tree?
It is free parking. They don't have to pay anyone.
I'm sure we did. It looks
Listen,
like
we're
there are
far
trees.
enough from town that if someone tried to make me pay parking for here, I'd probably beat the shit out of them.
Now, for the free parking, is it house rules or are we getting like the pot of money in there because we landed there?
It's house rules. Muffinita takes a -10 on all attacks.
Damn.
What? You don't like the Monopoly reference? Fuck off. That was great.
Go to jail.
Wow.
Go directly to jail.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Listen, the only thing
now
I do at
everyone
this
can make
campsite
fucking
is make
Monopoly
fire.
jokes.
He's trying to find out if this property has been bought or if he can buy it. Well, we're by a river, and if we have time, you know what I'm doing.
Fishing?
Does someone want to help set up camp?
Yeah, I
Damn.
can help set up camp.
I am not catching dinner.
Do I need to make a survival check to set up camp?
Yes, I just
Apparently.
I need a single survival
I'm
check.
helping.
Jesus Christ.
Alvaro, save us.
You're sitting here watching this like they're setting up the tent, and it's like the cartoons thing where it's like, yeah, it looks fine, and then it springs and yeets itself.
No, you guys are doing it wrong. Look, I've got the look at the diagram. Like you're not even looking at the. No, I'm telling you, you're setting up the pole the wrong way.
Do
I'm
you guys
literally
even have a
poking an
tent?
anvil with a stick.
I believe I have a tent. I've got a bedroll at the very least.
I have a bedroll.
I gotta pull up my character sheet from the other thing, because that's the one that has the list of stuff.
And
Hang
some
on a sec.
suckers.
Did I just get stuck in my bedroll?
Since I
Well,
put in
you
those...
the emissary. The emissary is watching with mighty disapproval, and rolls a 7.
I do have a canvas, but I don't believe I have a tent. I just have a bedroll and a canvas, which canvases, I believe, are 10 by 10s.
Can we take the sum total of our survival?
You guys find some sticks and logs to make, a fire with. They're all kind of iffy and wet. One's kind of moldy, just because it was dug out from under some leaves. The driest wood that you've found is the logs that people have set up to be near the camp for sitting on top of. But they are big logs. But with some effort, takes about an hour, but you get a fire going. Unless... Demiris, do you spend a point to cast Spark, you said? To light the fire?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Aha.
With the help of magic, you have your fire.
Yay.
Fire!
Good enough.
For government work.
What is going to be the meals of choice?
Well, let's see if I'm any better at meal finding.
I've got a
Jesus
rack.
Christ! What the fuck?
Let's try this. I'll go fishing. Not nearly as good as you. Good job.
So does Demarius walk into the woods and come back with like a 3-course meal?
Oh, he says, "Are you guys hungry?" And a fish jumps out of the water into his arms. And then a deer runs out and smacks its head in the tree because it's trying to dodge him, and then dies.
Demiris doesn't have
yeah,
a
and then
fishing
it-
pole, so I'm guessing you go into the woods to find dinner.
I guess so.
Through your journey through the woods, takes you 15, 20 minutes. You find herbs and berries and different types of mushrooms, all very edible.
Yeah, you find two guys named Herb and Barry.
Kill them.
One of them happens to be a mushroom expert.
And you come
Oh my
back.
god, is that a McDonald's?
Yes. Who's cousin to a man named Ronald, the McDonald.
But it is a vegetarian dinner. It's a very vegan dinner, but you found excellent food. and a lot of it.
I will make us a nice stew.
Remember, we have trail rations, which should have meat in them.
Jerkies. All right.
Full of meat.
You know what? Yeah, you make a stew. I'm not even gonna make you roll again because that was that excellent roll.
Oh yeah.
Turns out Barry and Herb are actually making a stew, and he just killed them.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. He stole it. without
Anyone
them
keeping
looking.
watch? Or are all of you just kind of going about your evening rituals?
I would say that we're kind of, because this is an escort mission. I think that I think it'd be a very easy thing to kind of guarantee that at least all of us are taking watch at some point. Like, I don't think any of us are in a particular position to let our guard down. We're deep in it. We're
Okay.
deep in enemy territory. We're
Israel
on an
was
escort
fishing.
mission.
Demarius foraging and making a stew. The emissary offers his assistance on the stew. Do you take it, Demarius? Okay. Muffinita and Avril. What are the pair of you doing?
I'm honestly probably just walking around, keeping an eye out for things.
Okay, Muffinita.
Probably gonna keep poking the anthill with a stick because I am helping.
All right. Give me a perception. Avril.
Sure.
Oh,
Muffinita too.
Oh, great.
Muffinita, you spot it a little too late, but Avril, you said you want to throw your marker up for me?
Sure, give me a second. Probably like about here-ish.
Okay.
Damaris is just sort of hanging around the fire, collecting mushrooms. Some.
Right about there.
well, Plaid, get ready with that counter.
You notice it at the same time as Avril, but Avril catches it just a little too late to prepare himself. There are 3 arcs that the pair of you can see. Not weapons out, but more military-esque uniforms. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yes, what the pair of you do.
Militaristic, like, which insignias are they sporting?
You don't spot it. You are
Okay.
stunned to suddenly see an orc.
Okay.
All right, I will knock an arrow and prepare to fire if they look like they're going to attack. And while doing so, I will yell at them. Come no further. We mean
State your
you no
business. I asked you first.
Hey, that's my line. Anyhow, I yell, come no further. We mean you no harm. Who are you?
Uno momento. Need the emissary. I had to go back a couple maps and copy and paste them real quick because I forgot what I used. The 3 orcs all stop, kind of startled also because they didn't see Avril immediately. And go, ah! We are of the Dutchy military. What are you doing? What are you doing here? We're asking the questions. Avril?
Oh, you're asking me.
They're
I
in
thought
front
I
of
was
you.
still stunned.
But they're responding to Muffinita.
I will look at them. It's like, we're just camping here for the night. Who are you?
Oh. I'm. Hold on, I got names. I'm Lieutenant.
Mork,
What?
Mork, Glork, and Zork. Orcs are not very creative about names most of the time.
They are not. I am Lieutenant Wait! No, I'm asking the question. Who are you?
Don't
just
roll
some-
bluff. We asked you first.
Yeah, specifically, this time we asked first. We stated our business, which was the question.
At this point, you hear a grumble from behind them. Sorry, I'm looking for this icon.
Don't make me go sovereign citizen on their asses. Am I being detained?
I lost. Okay. He disappeared. There he is. Another one approaches a little bit more out of the way. Distinguished looking orc approaches and goes, "Please don't confuse them. They're very simple individuals. Are you making camp?
Yes.
Do you mind if we camp with you? It is getting dark and it's dangerous in these areas. There's bandits."
Bandits?
Of course there's bandits. You're on a river. There's pirates. And there's monsters. There's the bombarding beetles. It's
Oh
safe.
yeah, we ran into some of those on the way down here. Nasty stuff. Yeah, I mean, why don't you go ahead? So now that I've had a good look, now
Sense
that,
motive.
now that I've had a good look at them, like, do they look like they're actually officially members?
They do have. This one specifically has a brooch of Assad.
Okay.
He looks like he's a fairly high rank.
Okay. I believe Demarius is sensing motive.
Everything seems to be on the up and up. Demarius, you don't sense that they're hiding anything.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and join us then?
Thank you for allowing us to camp with you. Do you have enough food? And at this point, this is where you start noticing more coming out.
More. How many are there?
Sorry.
Enough.
Enough.
Enough that Alvaro's 5 HP is looking more and more problematic.
8. Thank you.
Wasn't the first 3 to heal from the -3?
You start healing at 0, right?
Sorry, I'm counting.
Jesus, where? It's just a fucking plat. Would we not have heard them?
No. You would not have heard them. They do stick away from your group. They camp amidst the trees. And you see that some of them do post watch. But the leader does stay to chat for a bit. So you're running the river. Are you merchants or something?
Travelers.
Ah. Where are you heading?
Heading up the river. Just we launched in the river a little while ago. Just kind of exploring. I know the beetles were surprising. Also ran into some bunyips as well.
Oh,
Those
can
were
be
cool.
those can be bloodthirsty. You don't want to bring the missus there, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. And yeah, it was.
Percy's start laughing over whatever you're saying. He doesn't even care and gives you a good slap on the shoulder. Kind of full on strength, kind of moves you a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, all of you, don't you worry. My little platoon here will keep you safe through the night.
Thank you very much.
And he walks off, and you see some more fires pop up. Some canvas get thrown over some ropes that are tied between some trees. They start their own conversations and laughs, and they seem to be off on their own. And your emissary is very nervous looking. What does everyone do?
I mean, if he's nervous, I'll kind of look over and say, "What's going on?"
Those are soldiers. They're going to catch us.
We're just doing what? Camping?
He goes
We
to
haven't-
open his mouth to say, "You know what, we're here," but then he closes it.
Exactly.
All right.
Like, to answer your question, Averil, you do not heal from
Oh, really?
0. Nope, you'll go from whatever you're at and then up. And you'll regain consciousness once you hit 1 or higher HP.
Ah, I've got too many
yeah.
additions floating around in my head.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If you need more, I can give you more.
And now that, we're about to camp, right?
Generically, you can only go to -10 before your character is dead. You're just rendered unconscious after 0.
Isn't it negative whatever your con is?
If I remember correctly in Pathfinder, is you cannot take damage in excess of your con. And it might be your con itself. But generically, it was always -10.
Anyway,
But we'd have to look that one up. But you're considered disabled once you go below 0, even if you retain consciousness. The more you read.
you have a vegan stew and good company. What are the 4 of you doing?
Just a veggie stew. You don't have to call it a vegan stew.
But it is vegan.
They don't know that. Well, we'd probably still run a watch. Just to be certain. Although they do seem trustworthy.
I'll heal you for another 4, Alvaro.
Sweet. Thank you.
Okay.
Much-
If you're going to run
I guess
watches,
I really-
what is the watch order?
We just want to do the regular old watch
Yeah.
order.
Which is...
Demarius already has like his sleeping cap on. It's like, what? Yeah, it's normal sleeping order. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it goes Muffinita, me, Averil, or Averil and me. I don't suppose it doesn't really matter which one of us goes first.
Yeah, I don't have much along the way of perception anyway, so it's just how soon do you want to leave? How soon do you want to lose?
I mean, probably more or less, probably should put you on the front end because if they're gonna do anything, they're gonna do it after they think we've long gone to bed.
Okay, I'll take first watch.
And we're more stealthy than you are, so if we need to hide, we can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So... Avril, Muffinita, Israel?
Sure.
Okay. As the night carries on, the orcs in their little congregations are laughing, telling jokes. Some mill off for a little bit, then come back. Probably bathroom break. They stay to their own. Nothing more. Give me perception. Oh, you already did.
Yep.
Okay. The night goes. Your part of the watch goes without hinder. Nothing out of the major abnormal. You wake up your next watch.
Yeah.
Just the minor abnormal.
Yeah. Just a little minor, but that's for like Elveril, that's nothing.
I mean, it's rare to see this many orcs congregate without having, like fighting, probably.
That's fair.
Internally. Just friendly competition, beating the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Orcs. Drinking grog.
All right, Muffinita. Give me a perception. The night carries on, and one by one, the campfires finally go out as the two lieutenants, shuts down the camps and gets the rowdiness put to bed, per se. Through your watch, you notice that they do keep sentries up, and they have one patrolling through their ranks. And you watch guard orders change about 4 hours into your war. In about 4 hours. And nothing else happens. Wake up, Israel.
Yep.
I am awake. Awoken, I guess.
Yep.
Do I want to? And bloop.
Watching.
I see everything. I
You
hear
see
everything.
everything. Hear everything. Just watching, the pattern that their mobile sentry is taking. Imply says you see dead people. No.
I'm assuming eventually one of them will die.
Do you
all
kill
of them,
one?
eventually, in the future. Yes, every person you see is eventually going to be a dead person.
Do you just stay with your watch? Or do you go Israel it up a little bit?
Why would you encourage that?
Why would you do that? I stand watching.
Thank God.
I exercise a level of discipline that impresses God.
All right.
But hey, just out of curiosity, I just want to see what I have done. Let's see here. Yeah, they had a chance. I was just curious.
The watch goes without hindrance, and you watch the sun start peek over the trees. And about that same time, you notice that the orcs are starting to get up and being rousted.
Right, let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can. Let's see here. Why don't we go with something profound? When the sun is rising, we'll do. I suppose it'd probably be a linguistics check to try and write a poem or something like that. Boom.
Linguistics? No, it would be a performance, wouldn't it?
I believe it would be performance.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be great. Holy crap! Well, the
That's a net 20 with a -1.
That is the ballad of the bard who is not, or the goblin who is not a bard.
You write one poem.
About the sun rising and orcs coming out of their slumber. I have no idea what it says or how it says it, but it's poetic.
It's poetic and profound.
Yep.
The party starts to rouse.
I think one rising sun poem about orcs.
And you start breaking camp. And the leader of the little orc platoon approaches, who makes conversation.
Oh, I'll do what I always do. I'll greet the orcs. In orc. Good morning.
The orc looks down at you, kind of curls his nose up a little bit, goes, "What is a lesser talking to me?"
Rude. And what makes me lesser than you other than my obvious stature? For what I can see is you are of a lesser intelligence than me to call me little. Big man.
Well, I hope we can set sail fast.
15 doesn't hit, right?
Negative.
He kicks at you. You're able to see his movement, so you dodge out of the way. And he,
No, we're gonna do an acrobatics. Come on, let's just make this fun.
Alright, well, you spring away from him.
I was thinking more along the lines
and
that he takes the kick and I'll like jump on it, landing on it perfectly, and then casually as he overextends walking down his leg. Or hop onto his shoulder and just say tisk tisk. This is not a very good demonstration of leadership qualities to kick. Should try using, I'm gonna poke him in the head twice. This over those.
He then proceeds to pull his spear, and you watch 13 other orcs pull swords and 2 other orcs pull axes.
And then
Oh. I'm giving the other 3 an opportunity.
Have I been woken up
We
yet?
actually
Yes.
awake? Like, what
Yeah.
time is this?
I said,
morning.
oh. There's enough commotion that you guys are waking up.
So basically, I sit up and I see Israel standing on the shoulder of the captain of the orcs, with
Yep.
all of them with their weapons out.
Correct.
I-
That's
okay,
how
so
all of you are waking up or coming out of your trance.
I will essentially say, the
Listen.
hell did we miss?
If you want, you can use that diplomacy for me trying to tell
It
him he
fails.
should use his brains. Oh, I know it failed.
So, anyone want to say anything or do anything?
Let me see here. What do I got? I don't know if I could say anything without making the situation worse.
You can just roll on diplomacy and hope. You don't have to say anything.
That's
Just
a
hope it's
neg
good
2
roll.
there, buddy.
Yeah, considering an 18 failed, but whatever. It's fine.
Because of
No, it failed because God said it failed.
no, it failed because he rolled a 20, a nat 20.
You can't nat a skill check.
I know, but it's still a 20.
I get that. I'm just saying. Okay, I will say. Surely, if you intended on murdering us, you would have done it while we were still asleep. So, what's going on here?
Roll me a diplomacy.
That's a good sign.
Tension does not break, but he does say this lesser being not only insulted a duchy captain, but proceeded to put his fingers on one. That is a crime punishable by death.
You call him bullshit on that one.
Yes, really? Like, I get it might be a crime, but like, death?
Those with knowledge local can roll it. And it,
I don't have local.
Hey, there you go.
Israel, you're not from the area, so do it at.
It's a cop out.
It is a cop out. It's not though, but you wouldn't know the local customs. Though you do know that it's not uncommon for such extremes to be judged with orcs and goblins alike. Demiris, you know for a fact it is. And it's mostly a loose interpretation that the captain is insinuating because he was touched by the goblin assaulted him, which is more appropriately the law. Avril, what you said, were you actually saying that?
Yeah.
Diplomacy. Oh, okay then.
It's -2.
He seems to calm down. And in the midst of it, Israel, does a 22 break through your grapple or your defense against a grapple?
Well, I suppose for the sake of letting it go through, I mean it does, but I would swear I'd probably get a action regardless. I don't really care at this point. But yes, it will break my CMD.
Okay.
Despite the fact he should be at a severe disadvantage of me sitting on him. Oh well. It happens. I am grappled.
And he proceeds to not throw, but toss away from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably stick the landing just fine.
Yes. Didn't even need a roll. Kind of.
I'll do it. I'll do it anyways. And then
Avril,
I will...
You seem to have not calmed, but stayed Israel's impending doom.
transgression.
Okay. I'll
Well-
take that. That counts.
What do
I will. Oh,
any
no,
of you do?
We'll see. We'll go over here. I'll brush myself off as I walk away, and then I'll casually tell him, "May there always be a pebble in your shoe for your kindness." In orc.
He doesn't understand.
I'll go collect my stuff.
They seem to have not taken this as a ending yet. The captain proceeds to consider for a moment and then proceeds to say, "That goblin needs to pay for his crimes."
I guess at this point, Demirius will finally get up. After seeing everything that went down, understanding of, I guess, my knowledge of Orcish culture as well as, I don't know, laws and whatnot. Demirius will say, what did he refer to himself as? Like what rank?
He's a captain.
Captain.
Demirius will say, Captain, if you please, forgive the goblin. He is not from here and unaware of the customs of this land. While stupid, surely it does not require the punishment of death. Surely there could be a lesser form of punishment, say a fine.
Roll me diplomacy.
Fucking hell.
The spear in hand, he approaches you, Demirius. A fine will do fine. We'll call it 30 gold. And he holds his hand out.
I'll give him the 30 gold. Thank you for being understanding.
Takes his payment, turns, and leaves, and all the orcs seem to fan out as they continue moving this direction. You are all able to gather your things, get ready, and continue your journey if you so choose.
There you go, Demirius. You can see if you notice. Nope, you don't.
Message me what you did.
Because of course. Because of course. I will only ever roll well on the shit that doesn't matter, like finding food.
That's fine.
I would argue that does matter.
But we have food. Like, we have trail rations.
How do I, let's see here, profile message. There we go. That works.
All right. You continue on your way on the raft.
What direction are we heading in? The opposite direction?
Correct.
Okay, then sure. Yes, let's just get moving so we can put as much distance between us as possible.
Why, you don't want to
Nope.
buy them and moon them on the way?
No, I sure the fuck do not.
I think I sent that to the right place.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Okay.
That is very funny.
I find that to be incredibly discriminatory. And I also feel like stabbing somebody in the back in a very roguish way. But that is the mindset of a lesser creature.
All right.
Hence the reason I didn't put my daggers to his throat when I landed on him.
You all board back with your riverboat and continue on your way.
Demirius just deep sighs.
And I also remember when he tells me these things, are you gonna Israel this? It happens one way or another. I did not anticipate that reaction, but
I don't think any of us did.
Well, with orcs it goes one of two ways. It depends on the orc. These are less domesticated orcs.
All right. Who's driving the boat and who's paying attention?
I mean, I can drive it if you guys want, considering I think... What do you qualify that as?
It's an easy check. There's no check required.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, at that point, I guess I'll just climb up the mast and sit on the mast and watch.
See?
You
See?
You fucking called it.
Fucking told you.
What? I told you guys I would do that last game.
Yeah, I know. That's literally what I said. Anyhow.
All right, perfect. At least someone's paying attention.
I will drive the boat again. It's fine.
Rolling down the river.
All right. Give me a perception also, Israel.
Rolling down the river.
You both see
It's
it.
8.
You're on one side of the river, floating down. There is another riverboat, very similar to yours. Probably bought from the same place even. But theirs seems to be modified a little bit. And you notice that they're rowing the opposite direction of the river flow. The pair of you do notice, but curiously, there are 5 individuals on it. A goblin on the mast, someone driving, an elf, a halfling, and another human. And as the boats pass, you notice that if any other day, you would have noticed that it's like a doppelganger almost on the other side. And they all kind of point at you as they roll themselves past you as you float by.
I didn't realize we were sailing through the water temple.
No stopping. They just keep going. But they had puzzled looks on their face.
Wait.
Yes,
wait,
very
hold
Shaun
up.
of the Dead.
Hold up. Are these guys going to get murdered by
Probably.
people that think they're us?
Probably. Let's hope they don't run into those uneducated orcs. Oh. That was weird.
Sort of like knowledge roll to like figure out what the hell we just saw.
Give me just a base intelligence check.
Oh,
Can I make a knowledge fourth wall breaking?
Base intelligence check.
Ah. That's
goddamn!
See, Kaz, this is why you don't do drugs.
Well,
Israel and Alvaro, you both recall early on your journey crossing a raft that mistaken you for another group. That is probably that other group.
Oh, the
oh yeah, that happened.
Yep, the river ruffians or whatever it was.
You would remember them being called the River Roughnecks.
That's exactly what people from the River Roughnecks would tell us.
It was very much a Spider-Man moment, like the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
You know,
That's actually what was in my notes, so now I have to remove that. Thank you.
I understand. I understand the confusion now.
Or, as Implied said, so this is Shaun of the Dead. Give me another perception. The pair of you, please.
Probably not gonna be nearly as good. Oh no, it's gonna be better.
Goddamn.
Well, at least
my
you're getting
God.
all those fucking rolls out of the way before combat.
Yeah, no, get that out of there.
already
I seem to
fought
be
something.
standing right in front of the mast again. Still trying to piece together what was going on with that raft.
Muffinina sees nothing but the side of the mast and goes, "Hey, Demirius, did you notice the way this grain of this wood goes?" But Israel, you happen to watch the leaves rustle in the trees. The
Half a mile
beaches
away.
are calm and empty. In fact, as you're Sailing down the way, you find a good spot that you can use for camping. Do you
I'll point it
decide to call it out, or do you...
I'll point it out.
All right.
Hey guys, there's a spot up there if you guys want to. If you want to camp again, I don't know what time of day is it. I'm assuming it's getting into afternoon, evening.
It's getting towards late evening, a couple hours before sunset. Perfect time to start looking for a camp spot.
I will point out the campsite.
Demarius, since you're driving the boat.
Does it look like a good campsite?
Yeah.
All right, then let's park her.
All right, you park. Very similar.
Peter?
Parker, I don't even know her.
I've never stopped you before.
And it won't again.
Heyo. All right. I need 2 people makes a survival check and a perception. And 1 person do a perception.
I can do that. The perception. Ooh, low one.
I'm afraid to roll again.
Come on, do it. Do it. You know you want to.
Fine, here's the survival check.
Well, it's not a 1.
I'll be back at the anthill.
Use a
Suspiciously.
magnifying glass to try to... I'm cooking up some dinner. I'm frying some ants.
Ends up burning your own foot.
I didn't roll a 1.
Since Avril is away, Demarius, why don't you give me that survival check?
Get that survival.
Or do you want the emissary to do it?
Wait, me?
Hey, look at that.
I don't think any of us really have good survival.
Hey, I got a +3. I just roll like shit.
With some efforts around, Israel searching, finding the wood. But with the look, you find Israel on the side of one of the rocks that's in the area. Painted on the side of it.
Okay.
There's a symbol that's kind of scratched away that you can't make out. But in common, it reads, "The Duke is being lied to."
What? Wow.
The Duke's being lied to?
Yes.
Ah. An odd thing to be written on a rock.
But you find a bunch of sticks and logs to be able to make the fire. And with Demarius' help, the fire is made.
Yay!
I will. Would I even have this thought in my head? Well, that's an uncharacteristically high roll, so sure, why not?
Sure, why not? What?
I was going to take a piece of paper out and then do one of those things where you kind of rub. You know, you do like those pencil things.
Oh.
Like a rubbing?
Yep. Put the paper over the thing I can't discern and whatnot, and then rub to make an impression.
It doesn't make much of an impression. It is painted on, not carved into the side of the rock.
Oh. You said written, so I just assumed rock. You took another rock and or did something. I don't know. Regardless.
So he turns the paper to the other side and then just copies the message.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess. Anyway, I will do, I guess, in that case, a best illustration.
Give me a perform check.
Okay, where is it? Yahoo!
It's good enough.
Good enough. Got it. Well, the words would be legible because you said they were.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll return. Wait, who? Demarius found the sticks?
No, you found sticks.
I found sticks?
Yeah, you found sticks, the logs, the firewood.
And the message.
And the message.
How fresh does it look? Like the paint still looks fresh?
No.
So it's like flaking and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll return to camp with my bootay, the loot, the fuel, and then I guess I'll let people know that there's a not fresh message of the Dukes being lied to written on a rock.
Alright, well, Israel shares the news.
Now, Alvaro definitely remembers, but Van doesn't. Who's the Duke being referred to? I'm assuming it's the Duke of this place that we're going to meet with?
Yes.
The duchy.
Yes, you're at the duchy, the Duke Assad.
Remember, I had that great joke?
You're going to have to be a little more specific, Muffins. You make a lot of those.
No, he
Aw.
doesn't. Don't lie to him.
No,
Well-
fuck you.
He believes they're great jokes.
No takesy backsies. It was, if we sail past the port, does that mean we're passing the duchy on the left-hand side?
Yes.
I believe you even commented it was a good joke.
I believe that day the Muffins and I were on a bit of a roll.
I
Oh,
only
it was
bring
a-
it up because that is definitely where I peaked for this campaign, so it's all downhill from there, guys,
Nice.
just so you know.
Was it ever?
I'm going to match with you later, Levi.
Every day for you, Levi, is an uphill struggle when it comes to putting up with me, so yes, it was.
Truly, I'm the modern day Dale of Sisyphus.
Anyways, coming back to Mirius, Israel found a message on a rock that said,
I
the
heard.
Duke is being... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Fine, I'm sorry.
Remember, you go with me.
I didn't, I'm sorry.
Some of us have wireless headphones.
Some of us are not fancy. Anyway,
Good scrub.
what do you do with the message? The emissary is very interested in knowing more about this. What is he being lied to about?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Well,
That's all it said.
considering there are nefarious magics at play here, I'm sure there is someone who is up to no good with a little bit too much influence on the Duke's decision making.
I mean, you can try asking the rock what it meant.
Do you think the rock would know? Do you know a spell for that?
What does it mean?
Are you guys drunk? Why would the rock say anything? It's
Okay.
a rock.
Yeah,
No,
so
you don't-
maybe it's shy. So let's make it have a little nice time, and once
Just
it feels
because
a
you
little
don't know
older,
speak
it'll
with
tell
rocks,
us.
okay? We're fresh out of druids, so I don't think we have access to that.
Oh, there actually is a language you can learn that lets you talk to rock-based elemental creatures.
The rock says, know your role!
I want to punch you in the face.
This wasn't me.
Hey, what was the written on the rock?
The Duke's being lied.
It doesn't matter what was written on the rock.
Oh!
The rock's gonna be cooking an Alvaro pretty soon here.
Alright. What's the watch order? Averill, Muffins, Israel?
Yeah, I'll go first again.
Marius
better, you-
slaps on his sleeping cap.
Does everyone give me your perception checks?
Ja.
Ooh, that was a shit roll.
But it's still a 17. The night goes without hindrance. Everyone manages to get their sleep and their rest on, and you continue on your way. Or you wake up the next morning. Break camp. All right.
Rolling down a river.
Who's watching? Who's driving?
That is not really a good. I'll do it again. Perception. There you go. There's your worst roll.
God damn.
Muffinita?
What?
Are you going to percept again?
Oh, yep.
Just in case you guys are curious, it's called Terran. Tongue of the Earth.
And Demiris, are you driving again?
Shram.
All right, right on.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
The funny part is, I can roll a 1 and still not be distracted by the wood grains of the mast.
Seems the morning goes without problem. Once you get to this point, you realize the point in which this here, it seems to the left side, the road kind of goes into the shallow parts of the water, just based on how it goes. But if you stay to the right, you'll be able to float past the shallow part and keep on your way to Assad. Or you can stick with your plan, get off the road, don your mounts, and ride into town. Which way do you go?
So, I believe the plan was we disembark here, we unstatuify the 2 horses and the goat, which might take us another day, yeah?
No, unstatuing is just an action.
Oh,
Yep.
awesome. We unstatuify and we embark on the road. Now, the question is, what do we do with the raft? Do we cast it off and set it on fire so it looks like tragedy befell us to anyone looking for us? Or just set it on its way as is? Or leave it parked?
I say we just... If we didn't run into the river roughnecks, I would have said we just send the raft on its way. But there's already a second entity going the other direction that could be conceivably confused for as us. Part of me thinks we just stash the raft.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Sure.
Okay.
2 people can give a sleight of hand, or 1 at advantage. All right. You guys think you did a very nice job on stashing the raft.
Is it like covered with pine boughs or something? So it's like looks like a tree.
So what we did is we stuck it by a grove of trees, and then we chopped the trees down on top of it. So it
Then
looks
built
like
a house.
pile of trees. Yeah. How do you cleverly disguise a raft? Build a house on it.
You believe it's stashed away? What are you trying to percept, Demarius?
Them putting it away to make sure they did an okay job.
Looks all right. You can't really tell. You would not notice it if you didn't watch them do it.
Good enough.
All right. Your
on stonifying
Thank you.
the
The
mounts
mounts,
and
yes.
getting on them.
Yep.
Yes.
You have 2 mounts
Great.
that will be able to hold 2 people, and then you also have Israel's ram, which I'm assuming Israel you're going to ride.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one that can't.
Muffinita can as well.
Fanita could probably ride it too, but I don't know if it would seat 2 small people.
No, it will not seat 2. Who's
I think-
riding with who?
I think Muffinita should probably ride with me since I'm probably the largest individual.
Who's this? Hi. What's up, monster?
Right. And who is actually doing the ride checks for the people with 2?
Ooh, does Muffins have anything in ride? I don't know.
That puts you with Avril with the emissary.
Come here, you little shyster. Yeah, there you go.
I don't have much along the way of ride.
Don't really require
Well,
much
shit.
trained animal.
I got.
I mean, you're on a road, so Well, yeah, trained animals usually don't have to make a ride check unless you're trying to do a trick. I don't
Okay.
think.
Or ride through rough, difficult terrain, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Which
ask
is a-
this road make a ride check. Just the
Well,
two.
I'm
of
back.
horses.
What do I need to do?
They're wondering if you had ranks in ride.
I do not.
I didn't want
So-
to.
Demiris or Muffin need to make a ride check, or and then Avril or the emissary need to make a ride check. Avril, are you doing the controlling, or are you letting the emissary do it?
I'll give it a go.
Do you want me to make the ride check, Levi?
Okay.
Oh.
A little cumbersome and awkward. Not so much for Demarius, because Muffinita's a little bit smaller. But the group continues on their way down the roads.
Yeah. If you want to guide your horse with your knees, it's a 5. Huh. Never actually thought of that. So we actually don't have to unless we're trying to do stuff while riding. Oh, there you go. That's kind of cool. You must be a very happy kitty because you are drooling on me.
All right.
Lippity cloppity.
The person not making the ride check can make the perception check for the horses.
Nope, you don't get to be on the desk. You can sit on me. There you go.
If you
On
decide
my
to.
shoulder.
And what kind of pace are you going?
I don't think we would have any reason to go like at a breakneck speed, you know?
Yeah, I'd probably be a little suspicious if we did.
Yeah, I would say a normal pace.
Put myself in a precarious position here.
I need a piece of paper.
God bless America, your claws are sharp, you little shit.
It will take you about evening the next day. You'll be arriving into town.
It's not so bad.
It is a little bit of slower travel, but you'll get there. And how far into the night will you ride before you look, or into the evening before you look for a ride or a place to camp?
I suppose we'd probably look out for him as we ride as the day gets past noon. So, I guess we would go until the sun's probably about to hit her. How many do we cross? Do we cross any?
No, not really. It's kind of the further you go towards down the road, it gets more open and starts turning into fields. So it gets pretty easy to find a spot. Or easier coming out of the trees.
Okay.
Who wants to look for it? Or do you ride all night? That's an option.
I can roll for it if we want. Monster, you can't be up there.
You find a great spot.
Excellent. Can't even see what it is. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. I hear him.
Give me a survival check on making camp. And then, are we doing the same watch order?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay. Is there any conversations that want to be had between the party before you call it a night?
So we're how many days away from?
You're about one
The
full
actual-
day of travel away
Okay.
from town.
I guess. Do we need to get what is our plan once we get to town?
Bellevant proceeds to tell you that there is a safe house within the city. It's on the docks, because that's typically the way we come into our conversations. We sail in. This is unconventional, but we're making our way. So we do have a safe house.
Okay. Do we have any reason to think that that safe house has been compromised?
It is a royal safe house. Only the emissaries who come here know of it and are spy.
Okay.
It should be safe, but obviously, I lean in favor on what you fine individuals decide. I think it would be worth at least looking.
Oh, you could always
No,
scope it out.
absolutely.
All right, so we get to town and we head for the docks.
All right. Anyone else wish to speak?
Hmm.
They don't camp under the chair cat.
Hmm.
I don't have much to say. I mean, we're
That's
just
about it.
trying to wrap up this escort mission.
Yeah. We don't have any like new information on anything, so we can't really ponder on events that have occurred.
All right. Alvaro, Muffinita, and Israel, give me perceptions.
I think you have one from me already.
I do.
Indeed.
You're right. 19, 17, 27. Each of your watches go without a problem. Just to get you to town. Actually, I don't have anything for this road because I didn't expect you guys to get off your boat.
What?
That's on
Literally-
you. That was our plan.
We
mean,
made
we
a
gave you-
whole ass plan for it.
We gave you all you needed.
Yeah, I know.
There's a solid 70% chance that we were totally going to do this.
All right. You wake up, break camp. The horses grazed on grass and leaves, and the ram also did similar. Any attack that you might have had, you could have fed each of them. And away you go. Same riding order, same everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I believe it was Avril and Demiris that did the ride checks. Are you the ones to do it again?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do it again.
All right, good enough.
It's higher than 5. You can guide with your knees at 5. That's what it says.
Yep, it's fairly similar to that. It's just cumbersome to ride with another, especially with a one-person saddle. Who's going to make the perception checks?
Okay. You want to do both of them, or?
No.
No,
right.
just one.
While you travel down the road, it starts getting a little bit busier and busier. More farmland starts popping up to your left and right. Taking notice to those, the farming's not going great. The fields are blotchy. Some of it's more wilty than others. But the closer and closer you get, you start seeing large walls appearing. You start off in the distance, you even see a fairly large castle that towers over the other buildings near it. And you start riding into Ilsad. Sun's still up, but it's evening hours. You're coming in from this side.
Oh god, I have to zoom out.
Yes, you do. It's a big city.
Where? Oh, okay. Over by the El Sad. El Sad.
El Sado.
No, it's just El Sad. Now it's El Sado.
You just keep riding in.
I
mean,
suppose we should
what
see-
is the general like feeling? Is it just like, because like that's the last thing we want to do is we want to like stick out like a sore thumb. Is there anybody else?
Well, as you're riding
through?
in, it's mostly poppers and farm hands, and there's not much of a what you would call proper roads. It's mostly mud and dirt.
Okay.
The further you get in, it gets wealthier, even in the poor parts of it. As you keep following the road, you actually get here, which is the wall checkpoint, where you actually get stopped by a pair of guards, similarly dressed in the same type of uniform as the ones you've met.
Are they orcs?
They are orcs.
I
I'm gonna
put
put-
my hand on Israel's shoulder firmly to keep him from approaching and talking.
Oh no, I'll put my mask on and pull my hood up.
Why is that one putting a mask on? Who are you? When the
No,
orcs
no,
starts
I
approaching.
would have done this. I would have done this as we're riding up to it. If you want a perception, I can perceive before we get there.
Yes, give me a perception.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Are you trying to
Here.
disguise yourself at all? Or just...
Sure, why not? Because fuck it, let's do it.
Jesus.
Oh my God, I don't think I've ever rolled a disguise check.
I just want you to know I only get a +2 in disguise. So there goes my 2 really good rolls.
Yep. All right, who's going to speak to the guards that are stopping you?
I really don't want to be. I don't want it to be me because like. No.
The emissary starts speaking.
I'm on impulse control, so it can't be me.
Okay. The emissary starts speaking. Okay.
Wait, how do you put your hand on my shoulder for riding our mounts?
I assume we would have dismounted
Why?
at the checkpoint.
Well, we're trying to pass it. It's just a giant open gate, I'm assuming.
It is a giant open gate. They're just stopping people coming in.
So would there not be some kind of queue?
No, they probably would have. Well, there'd be a queue, but you'd be wagons and
Yeah, there's wagons that are coming in. You know,
anybody
ahead
who
of you.
is walking, but they would just stop the mounted people. They wouldn't bother. Halt, state
Alright.
your business.
In which case,
Which is what it
I-
said. Halt, what's your business?
In which case, my arm mutated to be extra long like spaghetti, and no, then I didn't do it. Clearly, I thought we were like dismounted and.
No. It plays out just like Muffins described.
Yep, there we go.
Yeti halfling arm, and the guard's gonna. How does the guard absorb this information? Tell us, though, great DM.
Hold on. They can't see it.
Just clothesline the guard for whatever reason as we go by.
Fuck! I just wasted my one crit for the session.
Yep.
The emissary proceeds to speak with the guards and tell them, "Oh, we are just weary travelers traveling down the coast or the river, and we're looking to find fortune and bring happiness to our own kin." The guard proceeds to roll his eyes very obviously and goes, "Yeah, all right, whatever," and moves out of the way and proceeds to let you both through. Everyone through. Became very uninterested in your group as he was talking. Very quickly. At this point, the emissary mentions that he's been here before and directs which way to go to get to the docks.
Well, shit, we'll let him lead the way then, I guess.
Yep. You cross the moon bridge right here. And then when you come out on the docks, he brings you out here. And you go down about halfway.
Jesus, so can you make that little green mark on the moon bridge any smaller?
I just tapped it once. There, happy.
Like super friendly.
Now it's Mook's Bridge.
No, it's Moo Bridge.
And this house right here is where you stop. Everyone can make a perception check.
Bum-bum-bum-bum. Oh. I thought Israel rolled a 15 and I got so excited.
It'd be funnier if I rolled a 14.
Motherfucker!
Ah, you broke your promise. It wasn't your last one.
I'm just more pissed that I just spent 2 in a row.
Nonetheless,
Oh, man.
everyone sees it. Over on this dock, you notice a familiar ship. Find the familiar colors
Of undead?
of
Does it carry
undead.
the familiar undead things?
Yes.
How we'd know that, considering it's like
I mean, not all skeletons look alike. God.
250
Well,
meters.
actually, I take that
That
back.
is one of their defining features, though.
I take it back. Only 2 of you went up to the deck. That was Muffinita and Israel that went up, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So you 2 recognized it as the ship. I forgot that not everyone went up there. So the 2 perceptions. You see a lot of pretty ships, Alfred and Demirius.
Nice.
Looks like
But
a
one
dock.
stands out for Israel and Muffinita.
Upon realizing that, I turn around quickly and tell them, one, pretty sure that's the ship that attacked us. We should get gone.
Uh-huh.
There are dead things. Suspicious. Put that in the log of the necromancy thingy. Probably should investigate that, actually. Suspiciously parked next to the castle, too.
Do you go into the house?
Well, we probably
The
should.
safe house?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
All right.
does any of it look suspicious on the outside?
Maybe the Duke is being lied to about the fact that those people are not alive.
He's being duped.
Billivant unlocks the front door of the safe house and cracks the door open.
Before he walks through, I want to grab his shoulder to stop him and say, "Let me go through first."
Okay. You walk in. It's a fairly presentable looking house. Roll me a perception as you walk through the door.
Beautiful. It's not a 1.
It seems everything is okay.
Can I cast Detect Magic real quick?
You sure can. And, hold on, read my description again.
Like a 60-foot cone or something like that.
As you... It's a quaint house, small in stature, and the furnishing is not super heavy. There's fine wood furniture, upholstered well. You would take notice immediately that a lot of the furniture within the safe house would be very similar of that found in Sylvania. It's a dusty... The main room has a table, some chairs, a dusty old sofa, a fireplace. There's a cooking range. Additionally, there's a pair of bookshelves filled with a multitude of literature. The 2 additional rooms have 2 beds each with small dressers. There's a cushioned and fine chair in each of the rooms. That's it, but nothing magical. But it seems safe.
All right, I'll go back to the door and say I couldn't see anything obvious, so come on in.
We all enter.
Upon entering, anyone can make a single perception check, as they so choose.
On Muffinita, roll a third one.
Nope.
I tried.
Avril, do you want to roll a perception as well, or are you just going to go in?
If everybody else is doing it.
Sweet Jesus.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Averil,
Bolt.
you too can hear a mouse crawling through the ground.
Muffinita,
Seriously.
it takes you a second to find it, but the Israel and Avril, as you come in and you start looking around, you two notice it immediately. It seemed to be something was off about one of the bookshelves, and upon searching, you realize you both are seeing the same thing. You find a button hidden next to the fireplace. When you push it, when the bookshelf slides to the left, opening up an area to reveal a safe with the key inside of it.
Wait,
Is the
safe with the
button
key
by-
inside? Can I get it? Sorry. The key's inside the keyhole? Or
Correct.
it's like the safe... Okay, like it's been opened?
No, it just looks like that's where the key was left.
Okay.
Was the book on the shelf? Sorry, it was.
There's a
A
button
book?
along the side of the fireplace that unlocked the mechanism of the bookshelf.
Oh, so it wasn't like a book you pulled down kind of dealio. Gotcha.
Anyone go? So, Avril or Israel, which one of you pushes
Yeah,
the
well,
button? Which one opens the safe?
I would push the button.
Yeah, I'll open the safe. Yeah, definitely opening the safe.
All right. You turn the key, safe opens up with no issue, and you find a journal inside of it and some other documents that really don't pertain to much information. Some flyers that were found throughout the city. But you find the journal. Do you read it?
Sure.
Before I open it up, I would ask is this safe something that you were aware of?
This is news to me. I've never seen that before.
So it's not
But-
like common procedure to wouldn't log your visits or whatever?
It would have to be. Mind you, I'm not going to give you the person's name because his
for
safety,
sure.
but our spy within the city, he uses the safe house too. It might be his.
Let's read it.
When you open the journal, it starts to document that whoever wrote it believes that there is something going on, something more sinister than just warmongering. It lists. It seems to be in code, some parts of it. While reading through parts of it, it details some things that are written in common, easy to understand, but then one page would be like a recipe.
Would it be reasonable for me to know what Thieves' Cant is? Not like I know how to read it. Just like
Yeah, you would know what it is.
Okay. Would this look like it?
No.
Okay.
But
What's
you
the
being
recipe for it?
being a caster and knowing wizards, you believe it probably is his own code for himself to be able to read. There
Okay.
might be another person that might be able to read it, but not necessarily true.
And you said there's a recipe in there
It
amongst the
is
pages?
pages on pages of small bits of information, then a recipe, and then some more little pieces of information that sounds like normal notes a spy would keep, but then there'll be another recipe.
What are the recipes for? Anything baked? Can we bring them for Ellie?
Some cooked, some baked, some stews. Sometimes you mash them, and sometimes you poach them.
You have two options here. If you really want to try and see if this is suggestions are either using they don't have mathematics as a knowledge thing, but I would say in a certain sense like engineering is close to mathematics if people have it, or linguistics for deciphering any type of code. So it's entirely up to you how you want to go about.
I
seeing
would
if there's a
go
way
linguistics would be the check.
Okay.
Linguistics, go! Nope.
There you go.
The fuck? It takes some time though. You
Oh,
start
I'm
looking,
definitely gonna say yeah. It definitely takes time.
Israel becomes immediately fascinated by this book and starts going through it, which has Brillavant fascinated with Israel. So the pair of them
Pull out some paper, parchment, and write things as I guess decipher stuff.
Yep. So those are what those two are doing. What's the rest of you going to be doing?
I'm gonna, I guess, secure the door.
The door
I guess
has a lock on it and a bar that you can put down.
Hmm. I'll put the bar down.
You should put a bottle on it.
There's a couple pantries. Has some dried goods that can be used for cooking. Could be used for nothing.
Is there like a map of the town anywhere in here, or like?
No maps. Actually, roll me a D100.
Holy shit!
Yes, you find a map of the town.
Fuck yeah! I'll spend some time looking at it.
To be fair, it is. If a spy was here, he'd probably want to know, or at least keep it. It's good. It's not like it's a small town, so it kind of makes sense. Excuse me. Although I think your map size scale still makes the city rather small. I don't think this is quite to scale properly. No. Well,
This
that's because it's still on
55-foot city?
No. If you read the bottom, each square is 175 meters. So at 55 feet, that would be. Oh, let's see here.
You
Oh, no,
guys
I'm sorry,
can
it's-
nitpick anything.
Well, I was looking at it, and I'm just like, there's no way that ship is within 500 meters of us. Well within. It's like 250 meters away. Not even 1,000 feet.
Oh, I was about to give him details, and he just left.
But anywho,
He can still hear you.
Oh, he can.
Yeah, because he takes you with him. You're always in his head.
In his pocket, and now he's like motioning, like he came back. He fucking came back to like motion at the camera as if you're watching that.
Oh, I am.
Demarius, upon looking at the map, you figure out there's some places marked. There's half a dozen taverns that are marked off on here, a few blacksmiths, a few general stores, a few jewelers, a couple alchemists and enchanters. There's a couple stables and a dockmaster that are marked off. Then there's 3 churches. But the one tavern that stands out in your attention is a Flower and Compass.
A nautical flower.
I will have to go through and mark all these places down.
Yeah. If you're saying yeah, never mind. It's whatever.
Hey guys, quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to anger wholesale?
Pretty sure we already accomplished that by figuring some of this stuff out.
Let's go visit every single building along the pier and ask the proprietors what their names are.
I hate you.
Do it, Muffins. Fuck around and find out.
Muffins, I want to remind you of where we stand in this situation here. You, me, Ailey, and Levi, we're 4 people in this universe. Wholesale's the rest of them.
Oh, I know.
I feel
More
like in this situation,
appropriately.
I would do a Pokemon scenario. Like you'd walk in and be like, "What's this establishment?" There's a pink-haired girl who looks auspiciously like the place from the last time you walked into an apothecary. Oh yeah, that's my cousin. Fucking Nurse Joy, you. That's
Welcome
what
back,
I do.
Levi.
Demirius is legitimately shocked that there is a rose and compass in this city.
There is one.
Where is it located?
Okay. I gotta grab the right color. Yellow is for taverns. I'll do a better job at this. But the rose and compass?
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
It stands out specifically because it didn't have its normal rose and compass sign out front. Because you would have recognized it.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
that's why I was like, what do you mean? I walked right by it. All right, that makes sense.
All right.
Oh, had it caught up the big ones.
All right. So I guess what's the game plan from here?
Bill Event explains that when he goes to meet at the castle, he is allowed to bring one in with him physically. He's allowed one retainer into the meeting room.
Does Brillavant have a preference on who that would be?
Yeah.
Well, considering that I am the emissary here, I don't need someone diplomatically speaking. So if you want to bring in a person that can retain and keep me safe, I understand. But if you would prefer to send someone who can speak alongside me, I support this as well. Whatever decision the 4 of you make is okay with me.
My immediate thought is either Demarius or, and I really hate saying this, but Israel.
I'm going to give you points for even recommending that.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say Israel solely for the sake of the hilarity and possibly party-ending shenanigans that would ensue.
Like everything else Alvarel has ever said, there is a logic to it. Demarius, being a healer at the very least, will be able to, like, if we have to bug out and shit hits the fan, we can at least kind of keep the emissary safe. But also, if things go sideways and we gotta bug out, I can't think of anybody better to be in the middle of that chaos.
I'm just sitting here. It's like I literally pissed off an entire orc squad.
I know.
One sentence flat, and they still hate my guts.
I know.
Could you imagine Israel walking through the front gates and the first person they literally encounter is that captain?
That's a good point.
Chat says, I vote Israel. I vote Muffinita. And for Muffinita to do all the talking, they're begging. Implant says Israel goes, there's going to be a war.
Yeah, like that's the one thing I would recommend. Like Demarius gets my recommendation over Israel ever so slightly because Demarius knows how to hold their tongue.
I'll leave this up to chance.
And not climb on people.
Yeah.
I could go and do some snooping potentially as well.
I would recommend, like, if
Well,
like,
all of you can
either-
go. It's just only one retainer is allowed to go in with him for the meeting.
Oh, okay. In which case, the person who goes in for the meeting, I still think should be Demarius, and the rest of us can kind of keep watch-ish.
Yep, I think Demarius would be the best one.
Oh, all right. I'll
I'm
go
just-
along with it.
Brillavant
Just saying.
agrees.
Do you disagree?
No,
Yeah.
Brillavant
What
agrees
if?
and mentions that the pair of them, himself and Demarius, will have to go to a tailor to dress him as under the right colors.
Fun. Shopping.
Obvious.
Makeover.
Alias is trying to say something.
What?
Oh no, that was me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just saying. Hear me out. We can get a long trench coat, and Muffinita or myself can ride on the other shoulder.
My God. Absolutely not.
Then you'd have
Yep.
two. They'd have
Veto.
two people. I mean, I'm deciphering the notes here, so I mean, like, I'm out of this conversation, but just saying,
God.
advantage in numbers.
That's
But
very
no, I
funny.
100% agree with your guys' decision to not bring me into that room.
All right.
Well, I would need to ride on your shoulders so that it was like not a very, very tall looking goblin.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I could wear a
weird.
face mask, and we just talk
Wait.
about how I have like some kind of burns, and I don't
Neither
have a
of your
tongue.
arms are long enough, though.
Oh, we've got 2 brooms.
Yeah, let us worry
And
about the
We'll be
disguise.
there just to talk about business and business things.
Just,
Oh my
just
God.
straight up diplomacy with nothing more than fake hand gestures.
All right. Brillavant
Shopping
explains
time.
you have the rest of the evening and all day tomorrow before the meeting.
Oh shit, we made it on time.
You made it on time.
Damn. Okay.
Let's go.
Then I
You would have had more time if you stayed on the raft, but you made good time.
We've made the right decisions.
listen. The less downtime for this group, the better. Okay.
Honestly, very, very true. You're back.
To be fair, it looks less suspicious when people come in via the gates rather than showing up on a rickety raft in the docks.
I gotta step away for 1 second.
I guess you can step away.
All
right,
what was
one
going on
second.
with the rose compass thingy? Like, we're not heading over there, right? We were just.
I mean, I probably will during our free time tomorrow.
Well, are you going to disclose? Because you're the only one looking at this. Like, you're the only one who notices this thing.
Well, I noticed. Well, I mean, I guess I was the only one looking at the map, and I feel like I would point out generally what's on the map.
Well, I mean, that's fine. It's just one of those things where... Because I suppose you disclosed it in the afternoon, after we're all done deciphering whatever we're deciphering. Me and
Right.
the emissary, or myself and the emissary is watching. Because I feel like there's some kind of important info we should know from this journal.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess, how long till we decipher this? Or at least what have we deciphered so far?
You're only at the... You're looking at the rest of the evening, at least.
Well, that's fine, but I mean, like, was there anything we gleaned before?
Nope,
any
you haven't
of
gotten anything yet.
Okay.
You're still
so
piecing it together.
All right, that's fine. So I guess yeah, I probably will eventually go shopping because I want to look nice.
You have a few hours of time for the until shops start closing down. Do any of you want to go anywhere? Do anything?
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I'm gonna continue working on this.
By you, I mean
Demirius, Averil, Muffinita.
correct. Because
I can help decipher. Here, I'll start writing some formulas.
Well, I think right now me and the emissary are working on that. Or he's watching me?
he's helping where he can. He understands linguistics and code.
Okay.
Man, I don't know why, but having rolled 20 up is like tanking my computer.
Alvaro, anything you wish to do while Demers is thinking?
Raspberry peach tea.
Oh, Ben's deafened.
Axelrod has been shouting so loud.
Muffins. Or Muffinita. Anyone want to do anything? Go anywhere.
I'm just writing formulas to help.
Yeah, I see that.
Holy crap, you did Pythagoreans. Buddy. That's not how that's written.
What? Oh, this isn't supposed to be anything actually helpful.
Triangle lesser than ABC equals 90 degrees.
No, that's just angle. Not less than in that context. I drew it shittily because, I'm drawing with a mouse.
Yeah.
Actually, surprisingly, your right triangle looks really good.
I know, I was really proud of that.
That is absolutely impressive.
What are you doing?
I'm actually really proud of that.
Yeah, you should be. That's pretty. I'm gonna take a picture of that right now.
For the love of God, someone do something actually.
I begin
far
visiting
away-
all of the shops to introduce myself to each person.
I hate you.
In this universe,
I'm having my Vader moment.
Are Rosa compasses sort of open 24/7?
Most taverns, yes. It's a tavern.
Here's a question: is the emissary staying in the safe house?
Correct.
Then I will stay in the safe house and just bodyguard, essentially. Just
Okay.
because we're here doesn't mean we're safe. Even though it's called a safe house.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's called a safe house because there's a safe in the house, guys.
Plausible.
How far away is the nearest blacksmith?
Let me change color. I'm now purple. Here's...
Let's move that
Okay.
over.
Red marker. That is the closest blacksmith.
Okay.
And that one would be... that would be the copper furnace.
Is there a blacksmith on the way to the Rose Compass? Yeah.
So one would be right here. That would be the tempered chain. This is I'm listing them. There's one outside town. Part of the city wall. Which would be Nyx's Forge.
Former King's Blade. That's actually what happened where he went when he died. Turns out Nyx was Izukai'd into this world. I lose you. There we go. Now we should go back into that one.
Yeah. Pardon me. I guess what our main objective is just to get the emissary to the meeting.
Correct. With a secondary objective of investigating the claims of necromancy being used by the duchy.
Right. So once the meeting happens, then theoretically we don't need to do anything after that.
I think they should run congruent if possible.
I mean, we've got evidence that like we were fired upon. Like,
Well,
I guess shoot the
Yeah,
The
because
vote
circumstantial eyewitness testimony.
they're not going to credit us in that aspect unless we have more information that can be verified. So, I mean, the words of it, anybody can run any ship's colors.
I guess.
Let's see. And then on top of that, we got to contend with the simple fact that they're not going to believe us because we're already under tension from them. So unless you come with ironclad, you might just start a war just by the accusation alone.
Should we sneak on the boat at night?
I don't know if we should sneak on the boat itself because if they're probably storing the dead on the boat because they don't exactly want undead things walking around.
Right, so if we get visual confirmation of undead on the boat, like crawling around the outside, looking through the portholes and stuff.
I mean,
That's
true,
all.
but they'd have to take our word for it, and could we even convince them? Like, we know the evidence. But, I mean, everything requires proof for the most part, so we'd probably want to evaluate once we do see it what we'd want to do after that.
Did anybody bring like a camera?
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna look right through my gear right now.
My phone fell in the river a while ago, so I don't have a camera on it.
Where is it? Oh, yep. One Kodak Polaroid camera with ×10 magnification lens.
Damn.
15 rolls of high definition film. Good to go. We're ready.
It's all
One
approved to
tripod too. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure it's so good I could probably go out to a dock right now and just take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's got thermovision.
Okay.
Well, let's stake it out in a car.
Yep, exactly.
Demarius, are you leaving the safe house?
I'll attach it to my drone.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of like show everyone on the map and be like, hey, it looks like there's some points of interest here on this map, some taverns, blacksmiths, shops, etc. I personally am intrigued by this tavern here because according to this map, it's a rose and compass.
Flower and compass.
Would I know what that is?
Isn't that what they call flower and compass? Or is it rose and
No,
compass?
it's rose and compass.
Yeah.
What's a rose and compass?
Yeah, your character would know what this is. Rose and Compass is technically sort of like the temple of Valoria. So instead of having an actual like church or temple, Valoria has taverns essentially.
Okay.
Because she's all about helping adventurers and whatnot, and the taverns are ran by basically retired acolytes who are out on the road.
Levi, I'm going to correct you. I'm looking at Valeria right now, and they are called Flower and Compass, not Rose.
Get wrecked!
Get fucked, nerd.
So if you look down in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, you will see what is colloquially known as a rose and compass. They are usually a guiding light for sailors and map readers.
I am literally reading the wiki that he sent me.
I know. I'm just because you said compass and rose, and on a map, ironically, the thing that gives you cardinal directions is called a compass rose.
Oh.
That one I did know.
Yes. Just for all the listeners, here's your educational moment. And yes, in fact, N does stand for north.
And if you look in the top left, you'll see a snake doodle that I just made.
I don't
It's
see it.
missing its eyes. It's a blind snake. Look at it. It's beautiful.
It's sleeping.
It's a triangle viper wiggle
All right,
snake.
so Demarius mentions that he would like to go to the flowering compass.
Oh, it's because her symbol is the rose and compass.
Yeah.
Out of character, quick question, time check. Since I know we started late and all, but we are.
I figured we'll get what each person's going to do for the evening, and then we'll wrap it up there and start with those portions. Because I know Van probably has to skedaddle.
They do.
Yeah.
I would actually look for a local library and continue my quest for knowledge.
The map doesn't actually have any of those listed.
I would probably ask around, like people locally.
So you'll go out by yourself or leave with Demarius.
Now I understand how you guys must have felt playing with the mathemagician.
The quest for knowledge.
Yep.
It's very important.
Knowledge seeker.
Do you think do you guys think I can go out on my own, or should I have somebody come with me?
There's no reason that we should expect people to know our faces here. Especially like you and Demarius were never on top of that boat, so like there's no way anyone who was coming after us on the seas would have seen you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I think you guys should be fine. Israel and I might be Israel for sure will be a little more less conspicuous on account of being a goblin in a city,
What?
which is
Wouldn't
not.
Wouldn't that be more?
Sorry, less inconspicuous.
Okay, yeah.
I might have dropped the. Yeah. Anyhow,
I'm more noticeable because I'm a goblin, or I might be noticed. Who knows? Maybe there's a bunch of goblin slaves running around.
I feel like it would cause like you would be more likely to run into problems if you went out, especially on your own.
Yeah.
Just
There's
based
that
on how that
possibility.
captain treated you.
Well, I also can disguise myself to a degree,
All right.
slightly. Yeah.
We will wrap our night here. 3 hours left of the evening. A goblin and a Asimir decode a journal of a spy while Muffinita keeps watch and guard over their mission at hand, while Demarius seeks knowledge from his church, and Alvaro seeks knowledge from a library.
Everybody's looking for knowledge.
Yeah.
Muffinita's just maybe trying to cook one of the recipes.
the knowledge I seek, Wholesale has 2 weeks to prepare, and it is the names of every shopkeep on this pier.
No.
Okay, hold on.
No. No.
Or Trixon. Fuck you. I got names.
Random name generator, 5,000 names.
No, I fucking have names.
Oh my God.
I'll just send the list to Muffins of all
Your
the names.
boy is prepared, because I know muffins.
I hate it.
I love it.
Can't get the drop on me. Again, apologies for the late start, but you guys are incredible. Thank you.
It's all Gucci.
Thank you, sir, for putting up with us. Me in particular, but us, because I'm going to lump these guys into it.
How dare you?
You jerk.
And this concludes another episode of Welcome to El Sados, also colloquially known as The Sad.
Does anyone get this?
Does anybody get what?
This
Square root of -1, 3 to the third power.
A pi.
That's a 2. 2 to the 3.
No. 2 to the third power.
You ate some
I've-
pie.
I don't know what the sideways M is.
It's a summation symbol.
Summation?
Yeah, so it translates -1. Square root of -1 is I. I ate some pie.
Sure.
We'll just get rid of
I
it.
will. I'll take your word for it.
I can't believe I remembered that much math.
I honestly never got that far in math to know what the summation sign was.
Didn't you do engineering, Van?
Yeah, I failed.
To be fair, it does have a high to low, what do they call that? Bell curve.
I was a double E for about a year and a half, but apparently calculus is pretty difficult. So
Wholesale
that dream died.
I didn't race it.
It was my original goal to become a design engineer for a roller coaster firm in like Germany.
Ooh.
That was the original goal.
Cool.
If you look down, you'll find your I ate pie. And you can move it back if you like.
Oh, I see it.